my whole life was just a whole bunch of yeses that I just said at those moments, and it's just kind of pushed me into what I do now.
So are you actually anxious and you just hide it really well, or you carry yourself well, or how does that work?
I think I'm just so delusional
Yeah.
that that's it. That's the answer. I just think I'm so delusional because I genuinely think I'm going to be able to do it.
She started her career telling other people's stories, working as a journalist and TV host. Then she stepped into the spotlight herself, taking home the title of Miss Asia International New Zealand. From there, she's built her own platforms on social media for fashion, lifestyle, and even travel. She's a boss lady that has a ton of humor and energy, and she's even half metal. And today, she runs Bessa Social as creative director, helping brands find their voice and connect with audiences, just as she has done for herself. Not only is she an award-winning content creator, she's an award-winning photographer, a storyteller, a traveler, and a creator who refuses to fit into one box.
How would you identify that you're in the wrong environment, and then how would you what steps would you take to get out of it?
Your body is so powerful. It will always tell you whether you're doing the right thing or you're in the right environment. So really just, trusting your gut instinct and listening to yourself. Don't be afraid to be a little bit more.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of 0.01 Podcast. Today we have our special guest, Stephanie Lai, all the way here from New Zealand. Let's get into the episode.
Hi.
Hello.
Kia ora.
Welcome. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Well, Sydney life, you've been here for a while now. For those who don't know Stephanie, she is not only a very well-traveled content creator, she also owns a digital marketing agency or social media agency. Mm-hmm. But she's also got something special lined up as well very soon. She's definitely done well, very successful in her own right, which is awesome to see. We love the girl bosses out there. But you've now been in Sydney. You've been here for a while. For those who don't really know you, Steph, what is your story? Who are you?
I ask myself that every day.
Yeah, that's good.
Who am I? Okay. Well, you explained me very well, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's the elevator pitch. So now you're going to go deep.
Yeah, okay, go deep.
We're shark tanking now.
Oh, gosh. So, yeah, unprepared level 5,000. So I am, originally from New Zealand. I was born and bred in Auckland, and I have always just been a creative at heart and typical type A, eldest daughter in an Asian immigrant household. So I think that already says a lot about the drive for success and just me being quite fearless and just going for things that I want to go for. At the same time, having that extra layer of pressure and expectations from my parents. So I am a social media agency owner, and I kind of fell into that. Actually, my whole life was just a whole bunch of yeses that I just said at those moments, and it's just kind of pushed me into what I do now, which is why, you look at my life and there's no logic to it. I am an ENFP, if anyone wants to figure that out. Yeah, nice. ENFP. But anyways, so I'm a digital marketing agency owner. I am soon to be, or I guess I could already say, a supplements company co-founder. Awesome. Thank you. I'm also an award-winning travel creator.
Very cool.
Thank you. And there were small hobby businesses that I did previously that kind of brought me here. So I'll acknowledge those. And law school survivor. So
fully graduated, degree in hand. Wow. So you're a lawyer, technically.
Yeah. Well, I can't say that if anyone is listening.
Yeah. Not legally a lawyer.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Just on paper.
Yeah.
Very nice. So how old's your younger sister? How much older
I have
are
a
you?
brother.
Oh, brother. How old is he?
Wrong girl, Ellen.
Sorry, wrong girl. How old is your younger brother?
He is 29.
Oh, he's 29.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. We're the same age.
I'm grateful for him though.
Very?
Yeah.
Okay, how so?
Well, I haven't blocked on social media, but trust me, I'm grateful for him.
Okay.
I'm grateful because he actually went through life ticking all the boxes.
Really?
Yeah, he did everything that an Asian kid is expected to do.
So is he like the super smart doctor, whatever?
Yeah, he works in property.
Oh,
And, you know,
okay.
he has a house, car, wife, kid. Like, he did,
Oh, he's
he
got
did it
everything.
all. Yeah.
All right, what about you?
Nothing.
I've got nothing.
I got nothing.
I've got a lot of followers.
but I'm here.
Yeah, you are here. You are here. You're absolutely here.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. What was it like growing up for you then? Because I want to see what sort of similarities there are in New Zealand versus obviously Australia.
Okay.
What was it like growing up as the elder sister? Because you're not how much older are you than him?
4.
4 years. Okay, so
years.
not very far. Me and my brother were about 2.5, 3 years.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, so not too far apart. Yeah, being the older sister, lots of pressure. We all know that. I'm the eldest son, so lots of pressure on us. What was it like growing up in your household? Were your parents well off, successful? Were they typical immigrant parents, like working, 3 jobs, barely surviving? What was that like for you?
I actually love this question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks for asking. My parents literally came to New Zealand with $1,000.
Oh, that's the same as my parents. That's very
Yeah.
much. It must be a common trend for them.
Yeah, it must be like, oh, $1,000,
Hey,
let's
$1,000
go.
bucks, we're done. Let's
Yeah.
go, guys. Pack the bags, jump on the boat.
That's
out
what I
of here.
say. $1,000, Bali.
Oh, that's the wrong mindset now. But yeah.
Yeah.
Which
no.
part of you're Chinese?
I am a Malaysian Chinese.
Malay Chinese. So did you?
Represent.
Wow. So
Yeah.
are your parents from Malaysia or China?
Technically China.
Technically China.
Technically China.
So they left China to go New Zealand.
Great grandparents went to Malaysia
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't know the Chinese history, but something happened.
I think so. There's
Yeah.
a group of obviously immigrants from China that went to Malaysia,
Mm-hmm.
and then same thing in Indonesia. That you got the Chindos and the Chinese
Oh.
Malays and the Chinese Vietnamese as well. So it's like in that whole southeast corridor.
Yeah.
Something did happen where mass Chinese migration went like maybe 2 generations ago.
Mm-hmm.
Could be wars, could be whatever. I don't know. Could be opportunity. Who
There you
knows?
go, read a book.
I know. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so then your parents came to New Zealand.
Yes.
How do you know how long ago that was?
1988.
Okay, very similar to my parents. So they came to, I think they were roughly around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very similar then. Okay, very cool. So what was it like then? Born and raised Auckland,
Yeah.
going to school, type A personality. Were you very good at school?
I was super good at school, if I
Okay.
say so myself.
Were you like the Ducks or something?
I was the social captain, which I personally think is actually harder to get voted on.
Oh, okay.
No, my parents came over in 1988 and they didn't know English as well. So I think, me being the eldest daughter, it was very interesting just looking at them try to figure out life at the same time as raising me. Because then suddenly I saw them working multiple jobs and it's just super random jobs. They eventually got to the point of, owning a very small laundromat, just those cute coin operated ones. And then also owning a very small video rental business, for the TVB Cantonese shows that used to be quite big back in the day. And then eventually they managed to open a very small eatery restaurant too. And the cool thing about all 3 businesses were that they were linked by one corridor at the back. So I grew up watching my parents walk from the restaurant over to the video rental, over to the laundromat. Anytime someone would press the little bell, ding. And so that kind of reminds me of my childhood. And they would just be running back and forth because it was basically just them.
Wow. That's crazy. So your parents did chase, I guess, the immigrant dream, just like my parents did. Go from immigrant coming over, doing slave labor,
Yeah.
for all the existing businesses here. My parents came, they did sewing. They worked in sewing factories.
Nice.
That's actually where they met. So they didn't meet until they were at the sewing factory.
Yeah.
They met, then they tried to start their own small business. We got into shoes. So we had a shoe shop.
Nice.
Yes. So shoes and clothes, that's what they did. So we used to sell like TNs, like Nikes, and we had a brand here called Rock Boots. We used to do a lot of those as well. They grew from 1 shop to 3 shops and 2 market stores. Small business parents. So I used to work there from birth, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's very interesting with your story as well. What was that like? Did you start helping your parents when you were very young, or just kind of like in the background running around, run amok?
Now, my dad had a very different take on this.
Okay.
Yeah, he refused for me to work.
Is that because you're a girl?
No,
Okay.
because he didn't want me to, I guess, fall in love with any aspect of like any of the businesses, any of the 3 businesses.
Right.
Yeah, he
And
didn't.
now you're in business, so so he's done very well.
I guess he just didn't want me in hospitality.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hospitality is so
Brutal.
hard.
Brutal.
Yeah, didn't want me, I guess, owning a laundromat or getting into, I don't know, video rentals. He just wanted me to have a great childhood and focus on my extracurriculars and hopefully go to university and work in an office job. Like that was his goal. So for him, if he could see that, then he knew that the journey to New Zealand was worth it. Yeah.
I think that's the case for a lot of Asian parents, actually. Like, we always see kids nowadays, or maybe a bit less nowadays, but our generation growing up, you know, the guys that are now maybe between 25 and 35, our parents kind of came to Australia or New Zealand, for example, struggled, and they don't want us to go through the struggle. So they're like, yeah, just go get a job. Don't worry about entrepreneurship. Don't worry about business. Business is hard. Go get a job. I think for a lot of us, we're just like, you know what, fuck it. I don't want to work for someone else. I want to go start a business. So that it's very good to see that that's the same case for you. What about your brother? Did he go through the paces and they're like, yeah, you know, we've got a fresh slave, you know, in the shop. What was that like for your brother?
My brother had the best life.
So he got an even better
Yeah, he
life.
got it even better. I feel like the first kid is always the guinea pig when it comes to parenting.
I agree.
So, I had the bamboo stick
Uh-huh.
anytime.
I got pumped by my parents. Yeah.
Anytime I did anything wrong. He didn't, because the
Yeah.
anti-smacking laws came into effect in New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, he had it really good. He went to private school. I was public the whole way.
Yeah.
He then went to Australia for university
Okay.
in Canberra. I just went to your local technology university for journalism school. Then I went to law school as well after. So yeah, very different lives, I think.
Okay.
I think they were like, oh, whoops, we kind of went wrong with Stephanie.
Well, I don't think it really turned out that wrong.
And even just as a small thing, I think, he's fluent in Mandarin
Okay.
and I'm not.
Oh, how come?
Because my parents, because their English wasn't as great,
Yep.
they really wanted me to focus on
English.
replying in English. So I actually reply to them in English and they speak to me in Mandarin, whereas my brother can converse in both languages with them quite fluently.
Right.
And I still haven't managed to really go back and turn things around with my Mandarin.
It's really hard. Like for
Hard.
those who have ever tried to learn Mandarin, it is such a hard language to learn. Even being Chinese, to be fully fluent in Mandarin is like a level 10 difficulty. It's not easy at all because it's all memorization of characters. So I'm guessing you can listen well,
Yeah.
but you can't speak well. You'll probably have like an accent to it.
I have to think about it.
Yeah. And then writing and reading, forget about it. It's just
forget
like
about
Google
it.
Translate all the way.
Yeah, I had to ask my mum what my Chinese name was. And I was in China I think 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a keychain made with my name on it.
Yeah, and you had no idea.
Let me just confirm that this is my Chinese name.
Yeah. And then the aunties are looking at you like, excuse me,
Oh.
who are you? Yellow on the outside, but, fake on the inside.
Yeah, hard. I feel like that.
You're a banana.
Banana.
That's what we call it. Yellow on the outside, white on the inside. Yeah, well, so, okay, that's very interesting that, you went through that sort of experience. But then leading into your content creation, right, did you always want to be a creator for yourself? Or was that kind of like you wanted to be a lawyer? What was that journey? The transition from going to law school and doing journalism to now multiple businesses.
Yeah.
Where was that transition?
Okay, so when I was at journalism school, I used to work at Red Bull. Best job in the
Red Bull,
world.
wow.
Yeah, I was very lucky. And I'm so glad that I knew how lucky I was at the time to be working there. So, I really took advantage of that opportunity, just being amongst those kinds of people and learning and everything about marketing. But it had nothing to do with my degree. However, it also influenced me to get jobs in marketing agencies and kind of just start interning. Just whoever would take me on, I'd go and work for free. And then at the same time I was working for Red Bull, I decided to start making candles.
Oh, okay.
It was so random because I had met a girl that started making candles and was selling them on Facebook Marketplace. And I thought, oh, can you make candles without like a factory? Like, you know, in my mind, I was like, it's such a factory thing.
Yeah, like
And, you know,
giant lines, mass produced robots, everything.
this was like 2011. So,
Oh, wow.
you know, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can try. So I hopped on YouTube and I made a candle and I was like, oh, wow. Started making candles, started selling them on Facebook Marketplace. Every single time I hit like $250, which was a flight to Sydney, I'd fly.
Oh,
Yeah. And I would just crash on a friend's couch here.
yeah.
And then I started documenting my travels, you know. Around that time, Facebook was the thing. So I would post my travel photos on Facebook. And then when Instagram came along, I adopted Instagram very early on, like 2000. Yeah, basically 3 or 4 months after the app came out, I was already on. And so I started posting my travels there. And so then that's when the travel side of my life started growing. I then graduated university and I had a random stint working in radio. Then I moved on to working in real estate. Lol.
How's that?
Very interesting. This is where I learned a very powerful lesson. You can be good at something, but it doesn't mean that you should do it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you need to assess.
Wow.
But when you're that young, you think like, oh, if I'm good at it, I should do it. And I should do it forever. So just learning to walk away from something like that at a younger age, I think was a powerful lesson.
That's very
amongst
powerful.
the other powerful lessons that I was kind of forced to learn at a younger age. But yeah, so anyways, however, even though I learned all these things, I don't think I had enough self-confidence in myself because with all those flights that I took to Sydney, I was supposed to move to Sydney at 22 or 23.
Okay.
So one of the biggest regrets of my life is not staying in Sydney at that time. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How come? Why did you want to move to Sydney though? Like what was trying to hold you here?
Have you seen the beaches, Matt? Like
I mean, this is going to become a Sydney or Australia versus New Zealand war very soon. But yeah,
ding ding.
And where are you now? You're a Bondi girly now,
I'm
right?
a Bondi girly.
I know.
Yeah.
So those beaches still came back to you. What?
Yeah,
10
they
years on.
did.
10 years on.
It's funny because that's when I really realized, like, you know, what's meant for you will always find its way. I couldn't do it at 22, 23. I just wasn't confident enough to move countries by myself. But look, I did it at 30-something, so it's never too late. But with that, because I wasn't confident, I thought, okay, well, what's going to make me more confident? And I thought, you know what? I've always been interested in law. Why don't I go to law school?
Why don't I? Yeah, I'll just go to law school. Just like that, simple.
Such a massive pivot in my life, but it ended up being one of the best things that happened to me.
Was that law school here in Australia or law school in New Zealand?
In New Zealand. I was enrolled for an Australian university, but I ended up deciding that it was going to be quite tough, so perhaps I should stay back in Auckland for support.
Do you have like a HEX or something in New Zealand?
Do.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay. Is
so
it
that
called
would
the
have
same?
applied to me.
Different?
No, it is. I think we just call it Study Link. That's right.
Oh, okay, study link. So it's like a student debt kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Student loan.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
So then I did that, and this is the thing. At a time where I technically, you know, was free to do whatever I wanted because you've graduated from journalism school, why did I do a U-turn and then go and do a very hard degree?
And that's a 3-year degree or 5-year degree?
That's 5.
5 years. Jesus.
So at 23, can you honestly add 5 years of your life back on campus?
Oh no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you graduate at 28. I would never. I could never.
Right?
Yeah.
And you would have to also go sit the bar as well.
Yeah, I know,
So
which
that's
is an extra
29.
year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Is the bar applicable for both countries, like international?
No.
Just individual country. And then you have to come over to Australia. If you wanted to practice law here, you would have to
Do
resit
another
it.
certificate.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
I know. So I think a lot of my friends were like, are you sure? My dad was against it as well.
The dad was against studying for once, which is crazy.
Yeah. My
Asian
dad
parents
was
against studying means that, you know, that's a crazy decision.
big deal.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah.
Very
My
big
dad
deal.
was very much against me going to law school.
Yep.
He said, you literally can do all of this. Like you can go back to radio, you can do TV present. I used to be a TV presenter, so random.
Like the weather or like a news presenter?
Yeah, like lifestyle shows.
Oh,
and,
cool.
Travel shows as well.
Oh, cool.
On the Chinese TV channel back in New Zealand.
Oh,
But I was
you
the
couldn't
English-speaking
even,
one.
You couldn't even speak Chinese. I'm like, wait, hold
Yeah.
on. Chinese, it's just because of your face.
And I used to be an MC.
Oh, wow.
So I think my dad just preferred me to go and do something that he could see that I was more of a natural at.
Yeah.
He was trying to figure out why I was trying to box myself into, I guess, security or the stereotype of being an Asian kid.
But didn't he raise you like that? I swear
Yeah.
your dad's like, hey, Steph, go be safe. You know, get a nice job. And then now he's like, why are you so safe? Huh?
Yeah,
Why don't you
why?
take some more risks?
Who hurt you?
Yeah. Oh, who hurt you? We'll talk about that soon.
But I did it, and I'm so glad I did because it was like the mental military. That's what I call it.
Okay.
Firstly, you don't even know if you could. You don't even know if you get in. In New Zealand, it's very different. You get in from the university level, not from high school.
Okay.
So you have to go and study law for a whole year, and then you rank out of thousands of people. And if you're top 300, only then you get in to second year law.
Wait, so that first year is a huge risk for most people. Do you have to
yeah.
pay for that first year as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're paying to potentially play, not even to play, but you're playing to potentially prepare to play.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
But in my mind, I was just like, well, it's only a year more of my life.
That's
if
true.
I get in, I get in. If I don't, cool.
Yeah.
Go to Sydney again.
True.
Yeah.
And when was that? That was, you were 23. So
Yeah.
how
So I
long
would have been
was that?
24.
24 at that time.
Yeah.
24 at that. How many years ago is that? A couple of years.
A long time.
A long time ago. You're not that old, so. Okay, so going to law school, very interesting. You got through it, obviously.
Yeah.
Were you like flying through HDs everywhere? What was it like for you, law school?
In the most respectful way possible,
Uh-huh.
I took the piss out of law school.
Okay.
So I got in,
Yeah.
studying very hard. I was
Yeah.
very dedicated to that first year.
Yeah.
And then once I got in, I started pushing the boundaries a lot. Naturally, I think my personality is a bit rebellious.
Okay.
Very polite at the start, and then I get rebellious. So I basically had the lowest attendance rate at law school,
Very nice.
to the point where a lot of people thought I didn't go to law school anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you still passed.
I did not just pass. I did very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would just study everywhere except at
uni.
university. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I didn't even recognize my lecturers. I sometimes didn't know my own tutor. Sometimes
That's crazy.
sometimes you do a tutorial and it's like worth 1%, so that's why
Yeah.
you have to turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to bend the rules a little bit and do this thing where it's like a pink slip.
Yeah.
So you pink slip to go into a different tutorial.
Okay.
And so what I did was I started making the university system work for me,
Okay.
where I wanted to work every single day and earn, like whether it was like at me clerking at a law firm or just any random part-time job. And then I would merge as much university into like 2 days worth
Of course.
as possible. So I just pink slip and I'll just make it work. And that's kind of how I started time blocking and making sure that I could achieve my goals as well as like keep my CV progressing, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you were working as well as doing uni at that time as well and
Yeah.
working really hard.
Because I felt like I was going to fall behind if I didn't. I had a lot of friends that had already graduated from journalism school and they were starting to get like really cool jobs. Meanwhile, I was back at university and studying again, sitting next to 17, 18-year-olds. Yeah.
What gives you this drive, right? Because that's what I love exploring on the show is, people come on, they're the 0.01. They're uniquely and completely different to a lot of what society deems normal.
Yeah.
What makes you have that drive where, you want to work and study at the same time? I can kind of understand because I was the same, right? I was working 3 jobs whilst I was at uni studying. So that was almost 80 hours a week of contact, right? 40 at uni and then 40 at work. What was it like for you then? Why do you have this drive? I mean, you seems like your parents did okay. They didn't do like badly. Why did you want to succeed so bad?
Well, firstly, I think I don't even consider fail. Okay, I'll try describe how my brain works, which is that I think I can do anything, like in the most humble way I say that. And
Sorry, I have a bit of an ego. It's fine.
oh God. So in my brain,
Yeah.
I just think that I can do it so long as I just put the work in.
Yeah.
Because that's all I grew up seeing from my parents. They put the work in and they eventually got there. It took them a very long time to get there, but they did. So then I thought, oh, okay. So all I need to do is just try my best and it's probably going to work out. And so that also brought along the concept of that failure doesn't actually enter my head. So I'm probably missing like some key components.
Which is good, which is great. I think a lot of people actually have that in common, right? A lot of successful people, they don't see failure. They don't see any other options. They just go, yeah, you know what? I'm going to succeed if I put my mind to it. And that's what happens. If I fail, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm very happy to fail.
Yeah, wow.
Very happy to. I don't mind. I think it's part of the process. And I also feel like, actually a really good turning point for me. There was this guy who very early on was considered the successful guy in the Asian scene in Auckland.
Yeah.
And he did this very powerful thing on Facebook. He decided to collate all of his failures and he put it into like a CV style format and he just posted it.
That's cool.
And this is the guy that's been to like Princeton, Yale, like did everything, And he just did that. He's like, failed this, failed that. I remember just seeing it and being like, oh my God, year by year, this guy is failing. And then suddenly I just thought like, you know what? Like everyone fails. Yeah. And it's okay. And also my dad always just said like, it's like, I think like my dad always was very transparent with me about everything that he failed on. And so when you're being told every single day that, your parents tried this, they did that, and this is how we came to be, then it made me fearless about just giving things a go.
Wow. Well, you sounds like you had really good parents then.
Yeah, I call them, I described their parenting style as free-range parenting.
Okay. How? Why so? Are you put into like a farmland and just set off?
Yeah, just like New Zealand.
Off you go with the sheep.
Yeah, Middle Earth.
With the hobbits.
Yeah, with the hobbits. Like I just grew up without any kind of strict boundaries. There were no rules. I was allowed to go clubbing whenever I wanted. I would walk out the front door at midnight in whatever I was going to be wearing as well. I didn't even know that people would get changed in the car park outside the club into like what they really wanted to wear. I didn't know. I just walked out exactly like that. I'd be like, bye, Mum, bye, Dad. I'll be home at like 4 a.m. They're like, okay, cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel some way with that? It's like, do my parents really care about me or not? Like,
No,
they're not
that's
traditional Asian parents.
I just thought that was fine.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I mean, there's two different types of Asian parents, right? You got like the helicopter parents,
Yeah.
the tiger mums, and the helicopter parents, and then the other parents are like, fucking whatever. You figure it out. We trust that you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's kind of the parents you had.
I think also because they just trusted me a lot and because they did, then I didn't want to ruin that. Yeah, I was very self-automated as a kid. They never had to worry about me.
That's
always
so good.
did my homework on time. I did everything that was expected of me, and then it was just fun time.
Yeah, I wonder what that, how that comes about. Well, do you think that was automatic for you as a person, or was there something you saw, something you were inspired by, something you were, kind of guided into to be like that? Because a lot of people struggle with one, obviously discipline, and two, obviously self-control, and they can't really follow any sort of guides or sort of structure for their lives, which makes sense for why a lot of people don't get to where they want to be, right? So what was it for you? Do you think it was just automatic? You just grew up and you was like, you know what? I'm going to be very good. I'm going to be a good daughter. I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to do this. And then if I trust myself, my parents will trust me. What was it? Did your mum tell you something? Did your dad tell you something? Did you see someone? Like, how did you become that person who just trusted in your own discipline? Like, how does that work?
I used to sing Pokemon theme song.
What, I gotta catch him? Oh.
I want to be the very best. Like no one ever was. Dun, dun, dun.
So that was it. So it was Ash Ketchum. That's your inspo.
Thank you.
Wow, well done, Pokemon. You raised a good daughter.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just I must say, like, I think it was just down to personality.
Yeah.
I was just born like that. Because you look at my brother, and my brother's used to be quite rebellious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In what way? Was he like, in a gang or something?
No.
Okay. Not that rebellious.
He was just rebellious, like, just the class clown and all
Fair
of
enough.
that. Yeah.
He's the joker in the family.
Yeah, the joker.
Would you say you're more the serious? No, you're not even that serious.
not even
you take
serious.
the piss out of everything.
I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I come from, like, probably the most unserious country in the world, New Zealand.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So I know you had a huge turning point around COVID times.
Yes.
When you started traveling and stuff like that, were you kind of popping off on Facebook first, or was it when you went onto Instagram, that's when it kind of all took off?
Just Instagram. Yeah.
Just Instagram. Yeah, because Instagram, like travel blogging back in the day was huge. Like
Massive.
massive.
Yeah. It was honestly one of the best chapters of my life.
Really?
Being a travel
Is
blogger.
that chapter over now, or you still do it? Because I know you still travel a lot. I see you traveling like every second week. I don't even know when you work, so.
You sound like my parents. Do you work? Do you have a job?
Yeah. How do you how are you going on all these trips?
You get paid. You get paid to travel, man.
That's true.
So the candles, firstly, funded a lot of the first trips.
Yeah.
And then after that, me working at a law firm and, working those 5 days or whatever it was, funded those trips. Then I started getting the attention of brands back in the day. And, it was so much harder to get the attention of brands because nobody took influencers seriously.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing.
all.
It wasn't a thing.
You were so lucky if you were even gifted a small item. What I did was I just stayed really true to myself. I had a Huawei phone at that time.
Wow.
And I would take lots of photos on my little Huawei phone because I was always phone first, then camera. And then I got the attention of Huawei. Then when I got the attention of them, I started traveling more with them because I wanted more travel content. There wasn't really anyone from New Zealand doing mobile photography.
Mobile first photography, yes.
And then from then on, Sony hit me up and like a whole bunch of other brands. And then it was hotel contracts, airline contracts. I was living my best life between 2017 and 2019. And it was something that I really believed in, but a lot of the world didn't. And I think that's one of the hardest things is when your own parents don't believe in social media because they don't understand.
They don't get it. Well, we can't
it.
blame them either because it's
You
just not their
absolutely
era.
can't.
It's not their era.
And then, not that I care about like the outside noise, but the outside noise surely wasn't supportive of this kind of
Really?
thing either.
As in like friends or like the online
Just
trolls and haters?
acquaintances.
Acquaintances. Right, gotcha. Yeah.
Or even imagine me being at law school.
True.
Trying to pursue
Look at this
social
try
media.
hard. All she's doing is posting photos. That's what she does.
Yeah, head down, girl. Like, we've got,
We got the exam coming up.
exactly.
Yeah.
I used to only turn up at the exam.
Nice. That's like me.
That's when people realised I was still an enrolled student.
Nice. Except I failed everything, but you probably passed.
Yeah. I studied in hotels.
Yeah.
I did all-nighters on press trips just so that I
Wow.
could write that essay and send it in. I had the bestest friends that would I had the bestest friends that would hand in my essays for me. Because back then you had to hand them
Physically.
in physically.
Yeah. There's no turn it in or online submission. Yeah, it's great. And no AI. Like
No
nowadays,
AI.
every
Yeah,
kid
no
nowadays
AI.
graduating with AI degrees. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
With doctors who are going to need ChatGPT to operate on you.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucked. Well, it's good. So far, so good. So far, so good. All right, cool.
What was the original thing? It was wait, what was your original thing?
It's mainly like
Oof.
I don't remember anymore.
I don't remember.
No, me neither. What were we talking about, Melv? Do you remember? Oh yeah, getting paid to travel.
Getting paid to
Okay,
travel.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
that
true.
was a dream.
Yeah, I know. So how big were you when you started getting these deals? How many followers were you at?
I think I was around 60, 70,000.
And that
followers.
was back in 2017, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Very big at that time,
Yeah.
especially from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60K followers was like massive.
Massive. Thank you.
Oh.
But the funny thing is, I didn't think it was big at that time.
Mm.
Because I was looking at all these other creators
Who
from
are you comparing?
international.
Who are you comparing yourself to? I know everyone.
Tara Milk Tea,
Of
who
course.
I would love to meet one day.
You haven't met her yet?
No.
Oh, wow.
One
I'm sure
day.
we all have mutuals with her, so I'm sure it will somehow
Make it happen, Alan.
somehow happen. I haven't met her either, so but we'll figure it out. Wow. So you're comparing yourself to Tara Milk Tea. She's probably one of the OG influencers. How big was she back then? Do you know? Do you remember?
I think she was probably 500,000 at that point.
She's probably on your dream board at that time. I wanna be like Tara
Yeah.
Milk Tea.
And you can see where her influence has really influenced me in my photography.
Yeah.
Like you match our years of content and
Yeah.
like it's kind of like similar style.
I mean, she was definitely, well, probably one of the biggest, especially she's like Asian.
Yes.
You know, it's like Asian rep.
Yeah. And I was so
Was
proud
she
of
just
her.
travel back then?
She was just
She was just travel, yeah,
Yeah.
and blew up, absolutely blew up. It was just back then was all photos too. Imagine nowadays all videos and stuff.
So
Crazy.
It's a lot hard. I don't know. Some people say that it's a lot harder now because you have to put in more effort to create that piece of
Yeah,
content.
but whatever.
But I'm also like, I don't know. Imagine having no hashtags
True,
to help you out,
true,
no stories.
true,
The Instagram logo was still a Polaroid camera.
true. That was very old school.
Yeah.
If it's kids nowadays won't even remember that. I think people listening to this probably won't even remember that. When Instagram first came out, it was literally Google it, like it's a Polaroid camera,
Yeah.
which probably people don't even know what it is nowadays.
Yeah.
A Polaroid.
One by one.
Yeah,
That was all you were allowed.
I know, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Instagram photo days was a different game. So if you had
Yes.
like 60,000 followers and you posted just photos, that was incredible. You know,
Thank you.
and did really well with that. What were the deals kind of like? Because I know people are always going to be curious. I wonder what it is in terms of differences. Because you deal with influencers now as well, anyway.
Yeah.
But back then, as an influencer versus now, it's completely different. The deals are very different. What did the deals look like back in the day? Did they pay you like $5,000 a post for a photo? Did they just send you on travel, free travel? What did it look like?
I think back then I got paid actually. Yeah, okay. So I think I was one of the lucky ones where I learned photography very fast. And I realized that if you go on these press trips, you can license photos back to the tourism boards. So what I would do is, because I'm also a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to photography,
Yeah.
I would overshoot everything everywhere I go. And if the tourism board liked these extra photos, I would sell those photos back. So every time I was leaving law school and I'd go on a trip, I would shoot a bunch of content, sell it back, make more money than I was previously pitched, and then, go back to law school and just show
But
face.
so you would get paid
Yes.
for going on the trip,
Yes.
cash money paid, or was it like gifted trip paid?
Cash.
Cash money paid,
Yep.
and then you would sell extra photos back to the tourism board. How much would you sell a photo for? How much did they pay for it? A couple $100
Depends
bucks?
what budget they had, to
Oh,
be
really?
honest. Yeah, I
Wow.
didn't really mind because I believe that money is money. You spend it down anyway.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. It's extra money anyway. If you sell it, if you don't, then you still got to pay trip out of it.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
So there weren't too many people back in the day that were doing that.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I would also take on contra trips. And I still do to this day.
Yeah.
You know, I am happy to go on a contra trip because, I mean, my life is so busy these days that I almost use it as like a forced holiday.
Forced holiday. Yeah.
Yeah.
How good is that?
So good.
How
I
good is
love
that?
it.
How-
It's stressful, but it's so worth
Is
it.
it stressful? Why is it stressful?
Oh my gosh, you sleep like 6 hours
Oh, why?
a day on those trips because you want to be there for the sunrise and you want to be able to edit content as fast as possible and pump it out.
Do
on
they
the same
expect
day.
that of you?
No, but I expect that of myself.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Every time a brand gives me deliverables, I know that I'm adding my own to that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
that's
They
some
get good value.
self-imposed stress.
Yeah, I know. They get some good value out of you. What sort of trips do they send you on? Because that China trip you just did, was that contra?
No, that was paid.
That was paid. Okay. And then so they send you to China. Did you
Yeah,
get to
it
take a
was the
friend?
Best time.
You took a friend with you?
Oh,
Or they also got the trip?
it's more like a squad. That's how they work. It's like
they
a
send
squad.
you as a
it's
squad.
It's a squad of other content creators.
Oh, gotcha.
So the other trips that I do, generally you are allowed to bring a friend, but usually I just bring like a photography friend, and that's like really beneficial for both, I think.
Yeah. They would love it. Free trip.
Right? Yeah. But that specific brand
Yeah.
requires, well, actually, no, they organize it for you, and then you just say yes, no. So that's awesome.
Okay. That's great.
I'm so grateful because when you get paired with another content creator, then it's like they just know to like take that extra moment to help you get that shot or just be patient or
They know the
I
angles.
prefer-
They
Yes,
get it. They
yes.
know that the food is meant to be cold. You know, they understand. Whereas you go with someone normal and they're like,
waiting.
fuck again, another photo? Come on.
Yeah, so awkward.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, I need 50 more poses, guys. Come on, wait for me. That's cool.
Yeah.
So travel influencing, are you still doing that now? Or just kind of like
am.
when it comes?
Just when it comes, I like to pick and choose my trips now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I think that's the right thing to do given that I am a bit older and I have other bigger responsibilities. Back then, my only responsibility was turning up to law school. And even then, did I really? I don't know. My own student academic advisor would just stare at me for like a good minute and then proceed to deal with me after. And be like,
She's just here for the show, guys. Just tick her name off. That's
Yeah.
it. That's what she's here for.
I've been, like back then, I was seriously asked if I wanted to continue law school.
Oh, really?
And every time I said absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I'd be then replied with, well, your actions don't really
Don't reflect it.
that.
Oh, well, whatever. You know,
I
you
just-
passed.
Yeah, I passed
Yeah.
with flying colours and I graduated not on time, but I graduated
Yeah.
and I did my profs, which is the bar,
Yeah.
not on time, but I did it.
Yeah.
And the only reason why it wasn't on time was because I was pursuing all of these amazing opportunities that I knew that I would never get again.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You only have a certain time with these ones, whereas, you know, a degree is always going to be there. A university will always be there. But life won't, you know. Opportunities change. What was it like? I'm going to dive into something deeper here, right? And I hope you're okay with talking about the money side of things. With the influencing side, we know a lot of influencers don't actually make a lot of money because they don't know how to negotiate deals or they get too greedy and they lose deals. Were you making a lot of money in your peak, like 2017, 18, 19?
Yeah.
Were you making a lot of money to sustain your lifestyle?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it more than a legal degree or more than you as a lawyer if you were to be a lawyer?
Yeah.
It was.
I paid off my own law degree because of Instagram
No.
before I graduated from
Wow.
law school.
Let's talk about the current favorite child.
The current favourite.
The current favorite child, because you know, as entrepreneurs, you always have different children, and then eventually you have real children. But for now, the businesses are children. You're going to supplements, which is completely different to social media.
Yep.
Why supplements? That's a tough industry. It's so saturated. It's tough. The startup is not easy. R&D is hard. I know because I was going to dive down the same pathway. But
Wow.
why subs? I was actually in supplements for like 12 years.
Really?
Yeah, so I know a lot. And my background is I'm a nutritionist, so I love. Yeah, so I love the science. I love. If I could sit here and formulate all day and just come up with ideas for health products, I would. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, I have a beauty business.
Did you just say unfortunately?
Well, I mean, I could go into beauty supplements. I mean, that could be a good idea too. Collagen gummies or something, which is so overdone.
I
but
know.
you
It's
know,
like 1,000 of those.
there's a
gummies.
billion collagen gummies. But I would love to be able to tinker, like you know, all the stuff that we have in our business, like formulas and stuff, are all created by me. But your situation now, supplements. Why supplements? Social media to supplements is a big jump. Travel to supplements is a big jump. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think it's really interesting and I take supplements all the time.
Okay.
I personally think with any opportunity that you do in life, like you don't need to reinvent the wheel all the time. You just
agree.
There's always space for everyone.
Yeah.
So that's my kind of like abundance mindset. Other than that, it was just an idea and I mentioned it to my best friend and my best friend after a month brought it back up again and said, hey, do you want to do that? And I was like, what? That idea, that supplements idea, let's go 50-50.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay. And
There you go.
I think it's going to be the coolest thing that we ever do.
Really? What sort of supplements? I'm curious now. I'm gonna make you spill the beans on the show, exclusive.
It is a beauty supplement.
All right, talk to me. Is it collagen?
No,
Is it peptides?
no.
What is it?
It's funny that I just said that
Yeah.
you don't need to reinvent the wheel
Yeah.
because we're about to.
Okay, so it's going to be a triangle wheel now.
It's going to be a disruptor.
Okay.
And that's the way I like to do things.
I love it.
Before, when I mentioned I'm polite, but I also like to be a rebel,
Yeah.
I think that's through my businesses. Yeah, I have been researching a lot of back and forth, a lot of delays,
Yeah.
a lot of wasted time,
Of course.
a lot of wasted money. But we've almost nailed the product.
Okay.
And it's supposed to disrupt because the bioavailability is going to be
Hi.
there's only so much I could say.
Fair enough.
It's gonna be good.
Back onto the topic of the new business of supplements. I know there's a lot that you can't say because you're very excited and there's a lot of hush secrets.
Yes.
But I also know I could talk a lot about it if we dive into specifics because it is quite an interesting thing. Beauty supplements are always going to be a very interesting one, especially because girls are always trying to look for a hack or a secret to look good. The most important thing, obviously, like you say, is bioavailability and the ability for your body to actually absorb the sort of nutrients or whatever you're trying to deliver, usually nutrition or peptides in this situation. Maybe not in this situation, but in general. That's very cool. Beauty supplements. Why? Why beauty supplements? Why not a health supplement? Why not?
Oh, it's beauty and health.
Okay.
Yeah.
So general as well.
Yeah.
Is it a line or are you just releasing one product?
It's going to be a whole range.
Okay.
Yeah.
A whole range.
A whole range.
So that means you're putting a shitload of money into this.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. How's
I'll
that
be
been?
on 2-minute noodles for the rest of my life.
Yeah. How? Yeah. Actually, that's a good question now because starting businesses for a lot of people is very scary. Agency is quite a profitable business model. So you can make a lot of money really quickly if you do it right and you treat your clients well. You do good by your clients, you can make a lot of money in agency. We both know this. We both run agencies, so we both know. But moving into supplements is a very different business. The R&D upfront cost is very significant.
Yep.
I also know because I R&D a fuckload of products too. And sometimes you sit here, you get the invoice and you're like crying because you're literally investing a shitload of money with zero return. And a lot of chance that the R&D is going to fail.
Yeah.
Right. How was that transition for you, right? Because now you've gone from making a lot of money to going, I need to invest a shitload of money into something that could potentially not work and just absolutely flop. Because you've got, for people who don't understand, starting a supplement business, you have the R&D, you've got to figure out your formulas, and then you've got a bottle or package as well. So bottle is one, packaging, and then you got the package on the bottle, which is another packaging, and then you got the logistics, and you got minimum order quantities for your production. Steph's like, fuck, stop telling everyone what I'm doing. But yeah, that's a lot of money for people who don't know. Like it can cost anywhere from 20, or in Australia, anywhere from maybe $10,000 to $20,000 per formula to hit the market. Wherever you are manufacturing, without diving into specifics, it'll probably cost somewhere similar. What is that sort of mindset, especially if you're releasing a range? We could talk about a 6-figure potential investment from the upfront get-go to have a ton of inventory, which might not even sell. How are you approaching this psychologically?
To be honest, I'm just not thinking about it.
Okay.
I have to understand that I can only control what I can control.
Fair enough.
And I can't control that. But I also have, this massive self-belief that I'm going to be able to do it. Yeah.
Because if supplements go well, it goes really well.
It does.
If it goes bad, it goes really bad. Yep. So it's kind of like one of those situations where it's like, do I just have now a whole entire 5 pallets of, things that will expire in the next 1 year or 2 years? Or do I now have a business that can do millions in revenue? That is very exciting. Yeah. Also very scary, but also very exciting.
I'm scared. And that's also why I rent in Sydney. I don't own.
Yeah. Well, Sydney's so expensive. We know.
Right?
We know how expensive Sydney is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So scary.
Yeah.
But I think you just need to really lock in and believe in yourself. And I've had these chats with my business partner too, and she's just as determined and she's just as delusional as I am.
I love that.
So I think it's going to be okay. And
Lulu is the Salulu.
Delulu really is the Salulu.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be okay simply because everything that I've gone through in life, whether it didn't go whether it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, it always led me to the next thing that I needed to get through.
Yeah.
So having that quiet confidence in the universe is what I've just had to rely on, and just taking each day as it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I will
Beautiful.
be scared that day when it arrives. I'll be like, oh my gosh. But, you know, my marketing hat also goes on, and if, you know, it all doesn't work out, I'll stand at Bondi Pavilion and I'll give it out. And I will tell all the Bondi girlies about it, and I'll figure it out. But so far I've done a lot of groundwork to prep press, to prep influencers, to prep contacts, friends of the brand, to help support that first round of supplements that
First round of
lands.
push. Yeah. I love that. I think that's very special, and you're obviously using your network to your advantage. And I think a lot of people always go, oh my God, they took a loan, or they're just in better positions than me. Well, then they fucking work for that. They deserve to be in that position, and they should absolutely leverage that. With your first round of launching, without diving into too many specifics, because I don't want to ruin anything for you, but when you go and approach, you know, a business launch for yourself, and because a lot of what we talk about on the show obviously is to do with mindset and psychology behind things. Do you go and approach influencers and press? Do you pay them? What's the sort of deals you try to negotiate with them? Pay them, contra? What do you work out with a lot of these sort of promotional pathways?
Like what I will do for our brand?
Like for your brand. Like what would you do?
I think my strategy for this brand is to ride the press train as much as possible.
I think press is powerful.
Yeah, press is massive, especially because as a previous journalist, I have amazing contacts. You know, people my age are now the editor of a lot of these publications. I am thinking of working on an affiliate program with a bunch of influencers. I feel like it doesn't matter what kind of following you have. If you can convert, you deserve that affiliate income. And we'll be creating a bunch of PR boxes and all of that. Yeah, sending those out.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. I actually find our conversation actually quite interesting, because everyone that we've had on the show so far, when we're talking, it's kind of been, there's been a few which is like, business is planned. But our conversation is kind of, you have a successful agency business, which is a service-based business, and you're about to venture into product.
Yes.
It's a very big switch for a lot of people who never have done either or both. It's actually a big switch to go from service to product. A very scary switch in many circumstances.
Can confirm.
Yes. Because if you're a service-based, you just sell your time. Whatever. I can sell my skill and my time, and I'm all in for $0, but I can make some money back. With product, I'm now in with half my life savings.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm shitting the bed. You know, that's kind of what it is.
Every time I look at an
scary.
invoice, I'm like, well, that could have gone to my imaginary Sydney house deposit.
Correct. Yes, correct. So it is very scary, some of the numbers, and because it is a business where you're dreaming big, the numbers are not going to be small. Yeah. These are not $1,000, $2,000 invoices. These are, $6,000, $8,000, $15,000 invoices.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, it sounds like a lot of money. Very, very scary stuff. And it is. Don't mind. Don't get me wrong. It's still a significant portion of money.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you. I think you're going to do great. Are you going to launch worldwide first, Australia first, New Zealand first?
We're launching in Singapore first.
What? Singapore?
Yeah.
What the hell? I was not expecting that.
Yeah. It's a big risk. I'm basically taking what would have been my house deposit and putting. Okay, not that big. Sorry, I didn't save up that much.
Wait. Sydney
the girl
house
likes
deposit?
to shop too,
Yeah. Sydney house deposit? Or
No. What I think it is. It's crazy and both brave at the same time. Now that I am thinking about it more with you, that I am putting what could have gone towards a Sydney house deposit into little supplements, and then launching in Singapore.
Wow.
In a country that I don't live in.
That's insane, because the way I see it as well, this podcast studio, for those who have been watching, this is a house deposit. I could have put this towards buying myself a house, but I spent that money on building this studio to give you guys free value, and make zero in return.
No pressure.
Whilst spending more money to produce these episodes. But the reason I do it is because, one, I love it and I see the vision behind what I'm trying to create, and I think you're in the same position. But for you to launch in Singapore, I think that is insane, but also very exciting, because I think a lot of these I know Singapore's a very rich country as well, lots of disposable income, and health does very well there. So I think it's an exciting opportunity. But run me through why Singapore? That's so like you have New Zealand and Australia where you have networks in both. Why Singapore?
Well, firstly, my business partner is Singaporean,
Okay,
but she
that
does
makes
live in
sense.
New Zealand.
Okay,
Yeah. I just had this crazy idea that I thought, well, why don't we launch in both Asia and Australia, but Singapore first, and then perhaps a month or two later in Sydney.
yeah. So you're gonna send stock over there
From
from wherever you're manufacturing?
Yes.
Question mark.
question mark.
Question mark. And you're gonna send stock to Singapore,
Yes.
and what they're gonna 3PL it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Well, that's probably the only.
That's the only option. I mean,
Yeah,
unless you have
yeah.
someone that owns a factory there or a giant house or something.
Yeah, but it's not getting manufactured in Singapore, of course
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Never.
no.
Never. Why? Wherever it's manufactured doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that's so crazy. Singapore.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be e-commerce, right? So
It's
it'll be
it's
all over.
actually e-commerce and in store.
Physical. So you've already done a contract for in-store. Or you're gonna open your own
Oh
store
no,
just
no,
for
sorry.
supplements?
It's going to be on shelves
Oh, on shelves.
in
yeah.
store.
Okay, yeah,
And
that's what I
e-com.
mean. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Okay, that's what I mean. Wait, so this is also a very interesting thing. And again, I think a lot of people at home don't actually understand the process behind this. When you launch a product, you can't just go, hey, I want to launch a product and put it on a shelf, and it just ends up on a shelf.
Yep.
It doesn't work that way. So, are you saying to me that you've already kind of negotiated a deal where you can stock it in some sort of a place? Fantastic. That's crazy. So that means you've already pre-sold half your batch.
I hope so.
Unless we're counting our
so.
chickens before it hatches right
Yeah.
now. But
That's
That's
why
great.
that's why I kind of have that quiet confidence that
Yeah.
if it's going to also be on at least a few shelves,
Yeah.
and it's also going to be supported by, the e-commerce universe and influencers, I just don't think it can go wrong. So long as you sell your story, you document the whole way. So I've actually been documenting this entire process, and I
yeah,
will
wow.
edit it up and post it in
Wow.
good time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's really exciting. So, for everyone at home, follow along. I'll get you to share what it is if you can talk about it. You should be. I mean, 2 months later.
2 months later.
Yeah. So,
But crazy, right?
yeah. So,
Wonderful.
share what it is in a minute. But yeah, that's a very intense transition from agency to this.
Right.
How are you juggling your time? Because I know it takes a lot of work to launch a business.
I'm just not sleeping.
Okay.
I'm just not sleeping. Is the concealer working?
Those dark circles? No,
Do you have me too?
Me too,
Beauty
everything?
filter on
Yeah,
there?
yeah. We'll put a beauty filter on Steph this whole episode.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are a lot of sleepless nights.
Yeah.
There are nights where I think the anxiety is there. I'm really lucky that anxiety doesn't show up when I'm like awake and I'm like out and about. I'm in a
You don't
meeting.
feel
or
like
nothing.
You don't feel like an anxious
No.
girl. You don't come across with that energy.
Yeah.
So are you actually anxious and you just hide it really well, or you carry yourself well, or how does that work?
I think I'm just so delusional
Yeah.
that that's it. That's the answer. I just think I'm so delusional because I genuinely think I'm going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I just don't mind failing. If I fail, I'm going to bring out another SKU. I'm going to do anything that I possibly can.
Yeah.
Yeah, to make it work.
I love that.
Yeah. I'll go get a part-time job
Yeah.
at Kukai.
Kukai. What?
Very specific. I've actually had a chat about that with my
Oh,
friends.
really?
I said I want to go work at Kukai.
Oh, wow.
I get 40% off.
She's working for the discount. She probably shops there every week. That's why. It's like going to get a job at Mecca so you can get makeup discounts.
They get
as well.
40% off too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So my mindset is, okay, if plan A didn't work, plan B didn't work, I'm just going to find another way to just make it happen.
Yeah. Well, hopefully on our follow-up episode, if we get to a follow-up episode in like a half a year or a year's time, we can really talk about how that launch has been, and we can revert back to this conversation and
Check if I ended up at Kukai or not.
yeah, let's see if you're at Kukai. the title for the next episode will be like Steph Lai from Bessa to Kukai.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that'll be a very, very interesting journey. Singapore is I love Singapore. I've been to Singapore so many times, but I think that'll be a very, very interesting launch. I think I wish you the best of luck for it all. with your personality and tenacity, I think you'll do very well. So yeah, it'll be quite exciting. I think this is the first time our viewers as well will see or experience this, especially by the time this podcast goes live. It is probably going to line up with, a live timeline of
Yeah.
how everything's going for you.
I'll be in the thick of it.
Yeah, you would be, which would be very, very exciting.
I hopefully will be in Singapore.
Yeah, hopefully on a paid trip.
Yeah. And not crying in my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, there's not a day where, I sit down and go, do I really want to do this? Do I want to quit? Do you have that go through your head as well sometimes? Have you ever had a situation where you sit there and you go, why am I doing this?
I don't question why am I doing this, but I do want to be the intern a lot.
Okay.
At my own agency.
Interesting.
There's heaps of times where I don't want to be the boss.
Yeah. Being the boss is hard.
Yeah.
It's actually very hard.
It
The
is.
responsibilities, the bills.
Right? It's a lot.
It's hard.
I think we hit a pain point for Ellen here.
I know. Actually, I'm just like struggling. But it is though. I think a lot of people don't see what goes on behind the scenes, and that's why I wanted to dive behind, the veil for a second there.
Yeah.
Going behind the scenes and understanding the struggles of a business. A lot of people don't see that. All they see is the bright lights, shiny lights. Oh my God, this guy's making 100K a month. He's making 500K a month. He's 21 years old. Like, they see all of that.
Yeah.
And then they think that business is easy. But
It's
if you
so
were
hard.
if you're running a 100K a month business, you're also 50 to 80K a month in bills. Like, people don't realize that, and it's incredibly difficult to get something off the ground and do it well,
Yeah.
especially in a world where there's a million other Stephs trying to launch supplement brands. There's a million other Allens trying to launch e-commerce brands. Like,
Yeah.
the competition is very, very, very thick. So I love that. I love that you have that sort of adjustment. But why now? Is it just because you and your friend just randomly had that conversation? Is that literally it?
I think it's also to do, well, yes, that. We had that conversation and then we just went with it. But it's also because I don't want to regret having not tried it.
Yeah.
As a woman, I'm 33 now.
Yeah.
So traditionally, most people would say, settle down, get married, pump out a baby or two. I want 3.
You want 3?
I want
Wow,
3.
okay.
So I'm pushing it,
You are pushing.
in both business and and with my biological age
Yeah.
and my biological clock.
Yeah.
But I just know that I would regret it if I didn't give this a solid go.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And I think if you've got your best friend with you to ride the waves, I don't see why it wouldn't be a fun thing to do.
Yeah. Right.
I think I've just learned through my first business to not take things too seriously. And that, I spent so much time worrying about the silliest things.
Yeah.
So now with the second business, I'm trying my best to just not worry about what I can't control
Yep.
and what I can't see, and just to meet issues when I actually meet them.
So cross the bridge when you come to it.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. I think that quells a lot of the anxiety as well.
Yeah.
If we're sitting here thinking about the small issues all the time, we're never going to look at the big picture.
Because I used to always trip over that stuff all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you an overthinker?
Oh, a landslide. I overthink all the time.
Oh, okay.
But that almost makes me like that. By me overthinking all the time, it's actually made me into who I am. I don't think I could have navigated a business like mine in a time where, we were all physically locked down if I wasn't an overthinker. So I actually attribute overthinking as a positive in my current scenario and life.
I love that.
It's not a bad thing to overthink.
Yeah, right.
You want to be sure, and you have to be somewhat sure in business. I know that done is better than perfect, but I also think that well thought is also just as great too.
It's true. Calculated risks. Very, very important.
You have to.
Yeah. You should see my spreadsheets. Everything is numbered, calculated. Like, it's fucked, my spreadsheets. I have a 49-inch screen.
Wow.
Spreadsheet. Yeah, my spreadsheets literally cover the whole thing. You'll see it when you go into my office soon.
What personality type are you?
In what sense? Which test?
MBTI.
MBTI. I'm an INFJ.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, INFJ. I'm an introvert,
Yeah.
but an ambivert.
Okay, yes.
So I'm like a 60-40.
Yeah.
So I can be introverted and extroverted. I don't prefer to be extroverted. I'm more introverted, but yeah, INFJ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
interesting. People don't expect that from me.
It's good though. You get things done.
Yeah, of course, I have to get things done. I fucking lose it if I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, my personality type, we can be a bit more creative, but also it takes us a little bit longer to get things
move
done.
the wheel. Yeah. For me, I'm like snap, snap, snap. Let's do this. It takes me time to get creative, but when I get creative, I think I have good ideas. It just takes me time because I'm so stuck in the doing and processes and the systems and the, getting all of that. But my intuition is fairly good usually when it comes to business stuff. I think most things that I pick up on intuitively, I kind of, smash it out.
No, I can see that.
Yeah, but I haven't, but in terms of like getting creative, it takes a bit of time to wind that up. But when I am creative, I'm like stuck in there. I'm in a hole when I'm creative. I'm just stuck in that hole trying to do random crazy shit.
Yeah. How did you end up like that?
I don't know. Good question. I think it's always very similar to you. I wanted to be the best.
Yeah.
But that wanting to be the best didn't come from Pokemon. That actually came from being bullied and being judged. So for me, it was always like, there's this one very distinct moment for me, which was my tutor. So my parents, small business, but we weren't very successful. So still very struggle straight all the time. They saved all their money, sent me to tutoring. It wasn't even actually tutoring because we couldn't afford the whole semester. It was what we call speed testing. So it tests it's like trial tests for an exam. And I remember there was this one time my dad was asking the tutor for what school he thinks I would get into. And I overheard the conversation. Because in this tutoring center, it's very specific for those in Sydney who might know in my era. It's called Mr. Yee. He was in Campsie. Mr. Yee's tutoring. So he was like one of the best tutors. And I was consistently bottom 5 in all the tests. And I just remember one day I was just there. This would have been when I was 11 years old. And I just overheard him talking to my dad. And he goes to my dad, "Oh, I'll be real with you. I don't think your son's going to make it." And I overheard that. And I was like, fuck this dog. I will show you. And that was pretty much it. From there on, it was like, no matter what I do, I'm going to be number 1. I'm going to be the best. Like, I'll outwork anyone. I'll outdo whatever.
Yeah.
And it just triggered a thing. So I'll go back and I'll thank him for it. But if he's still alive. But yeah, he was very, yeah. But with that, it was kind of like, that was kind of like my snapping moment. But always as a kid, I was just always adventurous. I'm very curious.
That's good.
Yeah, I want to figure things out. That's always been like, my mindset is everything is figure outable. I want to figure things out and kind of understand things and then make it better. I've always been like a tinkerer.
Very entrepreneurial.
I try. But with the entrepreneurial spirit sometimes is, there's people that are talented. You just look at them and somehow they just, what the fuck? How are you a multimillionaire already?
Yeah.
And there's some people, they have to like slog their way up there. And I think I'm one of the hard work kind of ones. I don't think I have the talent for it specifically, but I think it's just I work hard.
Yep.
Very, very hard.
Well, hard work beats talent. So
I think in most cases, but there are some rare cases where the talent is just insurmountable. You can't catch up to them, which we do see. Like they succeed a lot faster and harder.
Yeah.
Whether they make it long, who knows? But oh well, to each their own, right?
Yep.
We can't judge ourselves based on that. We can't just say, hey, we're not talented, so we're not going to make it. We can't say we don't work hard, so we can't make it. Yeah. It's more so, hey, we know what we're good at, what we're bad at, and try to find
and just assess.
Background, yeah.
Assess and pivot.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. In your situation, when you are talking to your best friend, I know this is very difficult as well down the line, and you'll probably come to more challenges along the line for this one too, is how has the transition been for you, transitioning from a best friend to a business partner? And yeah, how do you kind of like play into that relationship now? Because best friend to business partner is very different. Same thing with business partner. It's looking at your business partner and going, fuck, that is still my best friend at the end of the day.
Yeah.
How has that been for you? Because a lot of people ask this question.
Yeah.
How do you work with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife? How do you work with your best friend? Like, we've always been taught, don't work with family, don't work with friends.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
So how is it for you?
I think we have a very unique friendship.
Okay.
First and foremost,
where did you meet
was
her?
always strong. We actually met through an email.
Oh,
so
okay. Okay.
She owns an amazing mobile beauty salon in New Zealand.
Cool.
And she was launching in Auckland, and she just emailed me saying, hey, I'd love to gift you a free service in exchange for content on your socials. Would you be keen? And I said, sure. And we look back on it now, how bizarre it was that I happened to be there in the country at that time and I could take that service, that she happened to be free on that day and in Auckland, and randomly invited herself to my house when I was having the service with the beauty therapist.
Yeah.
How things all kind of just came together, and we met, and then we became best friends from day one.
Wow.
Yep.
How long ago was that?
Maybe 5 years ago-ish.
Pre-COVID.
And then I, over time, became her marketing arm for her business then, and then her businesses after.
Wow.
So we already have a working relationship.
Oh wow. So that's fantastic.
Yeah. So that has been going on for however many years, and I know how she works. She knows how I work. Obviously, it's not perfect all the time.
Have you guys had like big arguments, big fights,
Not big fights.
big disagreements?
No. None of.
Yeah, challenges with your
Yeah.
partner, which is good.
Yeah. No big arguments. No. So no big arguments. No big disagreements. We've always been able to somewhat explain ourselves to each other and how we think and why we got there, and then we always resolve it. Yeah.
I love that. That's so good.
Yeah, we're actually really lucky. We call each other like 2-3 times a day already.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got a very strong friendship.
Wow.
I don't think there's anyone that I could possibly do such a wild idea with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys must work hard on this, like really hard.
Yeah, she's crazy, man. She goes to sleep later than I do, and she's up before I am, and that's New Zealand time.
Yeah, and she married with kids?
She's married.
Holy shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hard.
I basically share her with her husband.
You probably will see her more than her husband eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially as the business grows.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
yeah.
I think if you've got something really unique like that, you hold on to it.
Yeah, I
You know?
agree.
And we always have fun.
Yeah.
We always prioritize fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's also doing completely different sides of the business than I am. So I kind of feel like that helps.
Do you ever try to step on her toes, or does she try to step on your toes? Because I know this always happens, right? Especially with a 2-person founding team.
Yeah.
It's always kind of like, I see what you're doing, but I want to put my input here, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And obviously, you guys are on different sides of the coin right now in the business. But do you ever have you ever had situations where you kind of go, "Oh, let me give you my feedback here," or let me do this, or we should do this instead? Have you guys ever done that to each other?
We have changed our ideas, yes.
Okay.
But we also don't have the time to look at what each other is doing.
Yeah.
So we just go right ahead and do it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you guys are just trusting each other's
There's
ability.
massive trust in this.
crazy.
She doesn't even mind what I do with the marketing.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to do with whatever I want.
And you just take your own
Yeah.
direction.
And I completely trust her with the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
That's
a great
fantastic.
negotiator.
Yeah.
I would probably be like, yeah, okay. She's like, no.
Okay, $12 a bottle. All right, no worries.
No, we're very lucky. We're both going to stay in our own lanes.
Yeah, wow.
We're going to just trust each other, and we'll just figure it out. I think we're very lucky that we did have those initial years figuring out how to work with each other
Yeah.
and understand.
Was there any like hardcore friction points when you guys started working against client agency relationship?
No.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Very
I think it's just, it all starts with respect.
Yep.
I respect her as an authority and industry leader in the beauty space.
Yeah.
And she respects me as the marketing girl.
Just the marketing girl.
The marketing
But yeah,
girl.
I mean, I think you undersell yourself there sometimes, right? You do very well for yourself in terms of your social media agency, and you're well known for it. Like that's what you are known for, which is great. Definitely undersell yourself there, but yeah, that's good. I'm very happy for you. Very excited to see how that business grows and what becomes of it. I'm definitely sure that I'll see it all over socials for a bit, which is good. And I hope it goes viral the way you want it to go.
Thank you. Hey,
sure it
I'm
will.
taking notes from you.
Don't worry about us. We just.
When I grow up, I want to be like Ellen.
We're just cracked.
A little star.
Yeah, with the star. Wow, that's exciting. So where can people find this new brand? What are you going to call it? Are you going to share it?
Oh, well, by that time it'll be out.
Yeah, it'll be out.
Okay. I'm going to call it Choc Choc.
Choc Choc?
Yeah.
You just caught me off guard. Choc Choc.
Yeah.
Choc Choc. Okay. Is that like Choc Choc Beauty or just at Choc Choc? It's going to be Choc Choc.
Oh, depending on what username. Oh, I've reserved quite a few usernames.
You've already reserved. You've already gone through, smashed the usernames.
Done all of that. Yeah.
All right. Tip for everyone is go reserve your usernames before you even launch the brand.
Yes, all the options.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
Choc Choc. So I'll just refer to it as Choc Choc.
Choc Choc, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be, all over socials.
Yeah.
And then in press and in stores already. In fact, I think we'll probably be in store before we're actually an e-commerce brand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just because technically that's an easier thing, I guess.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. If you can launch through store first and you're ready for that, then why not?
Yeah.
Why not? How exciting.
I know.
Choc Choc. All right.
Yeah.
You guys heard it
Choc
here.
Choc.
Choc Choc. You guys heard it here first. Choc Choc.
Saying it sounds weird sometimes.
Choc Choc.
Choc Choc. Well, Choc Choc is a Korean word for glowy.
Oh.
Yeah, like glowy,
so
bouncy.
Choc Choc or Choc?
Choc Choc.
A Choc Choc it's an actual word.
As an actual word, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you were to say like to a Korean person, like, oh, your skin is so Choc Choc,
Yeah.
it makes sense to them.
Oh,
that
okay,
it's like glowy, it's bouncy, it's just beautiful.
Wow.
And I kind of feel like that's the kind of radiance that we want to be aiming for. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
It's
Choc
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 Choc.
coming to stores near you.
Coming to stores near you. Well,
Launching online soon.
it's memorable. As a
Yeah.
marketer, you have to think, in a very saturated environment and industry, what is going to make you stand out? So I just thought, okay, this word is, very well known amongst those that actually watch K-drama or just the Koreans,
Okay.
that kind of thing. And in general, just an Asian beauty. So I thought that could be quite cool.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, that's good. This is probably one of my final questions with this, right? So when it comes down to you launching the brand, obviously you're a very good marketer. You're very good at what you do. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
How did you approach the marketing situation for this new venture in terms of thinking about the branding and then how you're going to go to market? You've got like colors, branding, logo. I kind of understand, but for those at home who are listening who potentially might want some advice, right? The Stephanie Lai advice of, how to build a brand. What's the masterclass here? Because I'm sure when I see the brand, I will notice it straight away. And I'm sure that without even seeing it or knowing what it looks like, I will see that it will be different. So that's just based on your brain, right? So what is that masterclass?
Definitely that, at this point, done is better than perfect.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think I would have been almost launching on time. I would have launched on time if I didn't. Wait, hold on. Let me just get that all in one clip for you. Okay. I definitely think that being done instead of being perfect would have been a hell of a lot more beneficial because I think, I would have launched on time if I wasn't so, perfection-led at the start. I think I wanted to be perfect because I had a business partner next to me. If it was just solely owned by me, I would have just kept going. I would have started sprinting already. But because I had someone next to me and it happens to be my best friend, I was like, no, it has to be perfect. Oh, no, it has to be good. But
is this all the packaging or the branding? Like what?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, I sat on it for a while. It's been over a year and a half.
What?
Yeah.
Hasn't it been that long?
Yeah.
So you were planning this for over a year and a half already?
Yeah.
Jeez, I thought you only just came up with the idea a couple of months ago.
No. It's been a while.
So it's been a long time coming.
Yeah. So don't overthink in this circumstance.
Wow.
And I think, rebranding is also a fantastic marketing tool.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree. We're going for a rebrand right now. So
Oh, are you?
yeah, so big project. Everything has to be redone. All the SKUs, all the packaging, everything's redone.
Holy.
Yeah, so it's a big. And then all the old packaging, you've got to dispose of it, blah, blah, blah. So it's just big. It's just a lot of moving parts to do a rebranding. But you're right. It is a strong marketing strategy, something that, you can definitely do.
Yeah. What else? What else?
Yeah.
The masterclass.
How did you think about, like, when you went about designing the brand,
Yes.
what goes through your head?
What would I want?
Yeah. Or what would you want?
Yeah.
Right. What does Steph want?
Aesthetic. Aesthetic and results.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a very results driven product,
Mhm.
but in such a competitive market where it is going to be on shelves, and instantly comparable to some of the world's best supplements.
Yep.
I think I'm just going to have to win on looks for the packaging. And then we have some really great stats that I'm going to use for supporting the marketing to support why you should purchase this product.
Did you send the product for a clinical trial?
We're about to, yeah.
Oh, there you
But
go.
the manufacturers that we work with are already quite onto it.
Oh, wow.
So they're just by working with them alone, I think it guarantees quite a lot of pretty stats, I guess.
That's good.
As a supplements brand, you can't really go on a podcast and promise
course.
a lot of things.
I think that's also illegal.
Yeah,
right,
so
mind
that's
you,
why-
with TGA, no claims.
Yeah,
no
that
claims.
sound pretty stats.
Yeah.
Even-
It may.
It
all right.
may.
Yeah, it may do some stuff to you.
It
but
may do
yeah.
some good things.
Yeah, that's good.
And notice how, that already prevents you from how you speak about your brand too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Supplement space,
hard.
healthcare space, and all that sort of stuff is quite regulated. So, especially here in Australia, US is like a wild, wild west sometimes, but here is quite regulated.
Yeah.
So, the way you speak and talk about things is also quite challenging at times.
So challenging.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to say, it's the best.
Yeah, it's
You
the best.
need
It
it.
does this for
Yeah.
you. Take one and you become this, but you
Yeah.
cannot say any of
Can't
that.
say anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't at all. Okay. So coming towards the end of the potty then, hopefully by the time it launches, we can do a follow-up and see how the brand is growing.
Yeah.
One, where do people find your socials to follow? We went through Chuk Chuk already, but where do people find Steph?
At Stephanie Lai _
That's it, easy.
Yeah.
Stephanie Lai, PH, not an F, right?
Yeah, PH.
PH, not an F. And the final question that every guest gets asked is, if you can go back to your younger self, right?
Yeah.
And 0.01 is all about finding these hidden cheat codes of life that, most people are struggling to find.
Yeah.
It's just like how we used to play games. You put in cheat codes, you become invincible and all that sort of stuff.
I didn't know that.
You were not a gamer girl.
Yeah,
were you?
I know.
Yeah, she's definitely not a gamer girl. But if there was a cheat code that you found
Yeah.
that you could go back to 20-year-old Steph
Yeah.
and tell her, hey, 20-year-old Steph,
Yeah.
we're going to do this. And in the next couple of years, we will double the results we've gotten at our current age, but we'll achieve it in half the time. What do you think that one big distinct cheat code would be for yourself? Because I feel like you did a lot of things right. And I think you did things the way you wanted to do things in the first place.
Yeah.
So having you think about this question, I feel like it's a hard one because your personality is like, just going to go with the flow, do what I did, and
Yeah. And if it
mistakes are
works
mistakes.
out,
Yeah, exactly. So this is always a hard question for those who are in your personality type.
insert 15 seconds here.
The ticking
yeah,
clock meme.
ticking. I want to say something along the lines of like, there will be moments in time where you feel like, there's something wrong with you, but sometimes it's the environment that is wrong.
Ooh.
So to take yourself out of that environment as fast as possible and put yourself where you're meant to be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I want to actually dive deeper into that, right? I don't usually do this, but how would you, one, identify that you're in the wrong environment? And two, what's an action step you can take to remove yourself? Because I know as a fact, when people are in the wrong environment, as an outsider, we can see that. But most of the time, the outsider doesn't care about you enough to try to help you. Number two is if you're in that environment, you're too scared to step out of that environment.
Yeah.
How would you identify that you're in the wrong environment? And how would you step out of it?
I think just taking a moment every day to reflect and critically reflect as well on yourself. I think that if I did that, I'd be much better off. No, I do that. I do that mainly at the end of the night. Yeah. Sorry, can you repeat your question?
How would you identify? How would you identify that you're in the wrong environment, and then how would you take, like, what steps would you take to get out of it?
I think naturally you do know when you're not in the right environment. Your body is so powerful.
Yeah.
It will always tell you whether you're doing the right thing or you're in the right environment. So really just, trusting your gut instinct and listening to yourself. I think more people, especially this generation, need to trust themselves more and just go against the grain. Don't be afraid to be a little bit more rebellious and do something different. I think, social media is so available to everyone and it's just this big judging contest. But I think that if you can just learn to self-reflect and then be brave enough to change. And the thing is, change doesn't have to be big. It can be so small, but you just create those habits, you can get yourself out in good time. And always be patient with yourself. It took me almost a decade to do something that my 20-something-year-old self wanted to do, which was move to Sydney. I got there in the end, but I went through about 5,000 more obstacles to get there.
Yeah.
And even now that I'm here, am I even here? I'm also not really here.
Yeah, you're in New Zealand half the time.
Yeah, I'm going to New Zealand tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah, but I think, just be kind to yourself, reflect on everything you're doing, and then make small actionable steps to get yourself out. Something that I do is I design my week. Yeah, so I design my day. How I want my day to end up being, that's how I do it. And then I work backwards to make sure that I can get there. Everything that I do, although on the outside it does look like, yes, she just says yes a lot, but it's also a matter of me being like, this is how I want my life to be. I want to design it like that. That's how I envision it being. And then I go from there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Like even my dream life, right? I purposely put myself in that area of Sydney because I want to live there forever.
Oh, wow.
So then I purposely rent there and I spend, even if it's 10 minutes a day or a whole hour sometimes, I will walk along the coastline and I will look at these houses. I will look at the ocean at night. I will just think about my goals. I will listen to a podcast that's, on a topic, on something that I might be thinking about that week. Like I will live inside my Pinterest board just so that I can make sure that the next few years is like that too.
Wow. Powerful stuff.
Just
job.
living inside this dream life that I want to live.
That's good.
Yeah.
Envisioning it every single day.
Every single day.
Love it.
Yeah.
Powerful. Well, thank you. Thank you for being in Australia. Thank you for being here before you fly off tomorrow. I'm looking forward to see how the new business goes.
Yeah.
Hope everything goes well. I'm excited to do a follow-up and see how that goes in the future and, what lessons you've learned there, launching a supplement brand, hopefully, which is a big supplement brand by the time we talk about it in a year's time.
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure at all. No pressure. I'm just watching. Yeah. All right. The whole world's watching and we're watching. But no, exciting. Very exciting stuff.
Thank you.
I wish you the very best. And thank you for being here today. Done.
Thanks.
That's a wrap.
I hope you have enjoyed that episode of Point 01. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow along on all our socials at Point 01 Podcast to watch all of the shorts again. We release an episode every single week and we hope you will join us as we continue to explore the minds of those who make up the 0.01%. Until next time, keep hustling. I'm your host, Alan Fu. I'll see you on the next episode.